Hey, how's it going, guys? So, I get a lot of people asking me, how can I get a job in the plumbing industry if I have no knowledge of plumbing, no knowledge of tools? I don't come from a construction background. Well, this is a topic that's very close to me because when I started off in the trades, you know, I barely knew how to use any tools or knew anything about plumbing, construction, painting, any of these things. What really helped is I actually got a warehouse job in a plumbing supply house, and that's how I started to learn. Then I started to work with a plumber on the weekends, and the rest is history. It's a long story, but what I'd recommend is get a job at Home Depot, a Lowe's, a local hardware store where you can basically start getting around the material, learning the terminology for different types of parts, learning different types of tools, and just being there, you'll end up solving problems for people, because as you learn, people are going to come in that know less than you, and you're going to be able to offer your expertise. Maybe just walking around the store, you learn what things are, you learn what certain tools work with certain jobs, and it'll start to build your confidence. But also, you're going to meet trade professionals, contractors, plumbers, handymen, etc. And a lot of times, just being around, being polite, eventually these people may offer you to start working weekends or be like, hey, I need help on this job. Can you help out? And also, don't be afraid to ask and say, obviously it could be a conflict of interest, depending on where you work, but don't be afraid to say, hey, you guys need a hand on the weekends. Right now, there's such a shortage of plumbers, tradespeople, etc. I'm sure they'd be really happy that someone wants to work. And just know this, you will start at the bottom, kind of know your wages. I mean, I really don't feel like anyone should be paid below $15 an hour, even as a helper at this point, because there's such a high demand. But you never know. I mean, listen, you take what you can get. I know for me, when I started, I was working for as little as $8 an hour because I just wanted to learn the trade. I wanted to be around these guys and just kind of get involved in that camaraderie and everything else. So, I mean, it's up to you, that trade-off. And, I'm glad I did make less money earlier on because it allowed me to make more money later on. But, I don't know what your circumstances are, but that's what I'd recommend. That's one of the fastest ways. Yeah, of course, you could literally just answer an ad looking for a plumber, looking for a plumber's apprentice, plumber's helper. But what I'll tell you is starting in like a box store, a supply house, etc., you're going to learn the correct terminology for these items. You're going to learn the correct names of these tools. And one thing is, there are even some seasoned plumbers or, handymen, carpenters, whatever, that don't actually know the correct name for certain fittings or, the correct use for certain tools. I think you'll have a leg up actually working for a supplier. So I hope this helps you guys. And, I will say that you can make a really good living in the trades, and it can also be a stepping stone. There's so many things that you can do within the construction and trades industry outside of swinging a hammer or a wrench or, being down in a pit working. So I wish you guys the best luck, and I hope you find success this year. Thanks.